Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having an incredible day or night in Jesus. Thank you so much for being with us. We're going to look at the capacities for Noah's Ark, and it's coming from a great book, Creation versus Evolution, Dr. Arlo Mullenpaul. This is one of the first books I ever reviewed here on YouTube, probably 10 years ago. You can go check that out. You wouldn't believe. Things have changed. But I do want to read, too, before we really get started on that subject, who is Dr. Mullenpaul? He passed recently. What a great man, friend. Arlo Mullenpaul is qualified both by education and experience to write this book, Creation versus Evolution, Scientific and Religious Considerations. He graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree from Washington University, a Master of Science degree from the University of Minnesota, and a Doctor of Science from Washington University. These degrees were in chemical engineering with an emphasis on physical science. He also graduated from ABI with a bachelor's degree in apostolic studies. He also taught chemistry at McAllister College, Wisconsin State University, and San Joaquin Delta College. He has industrial experience with a number of companies, including Shell Oil, Rahm & Haas, Monsanto, and Hydro Air Engineering. Don't hold the Monsanto against him. He's also been a registered professional engineer for many, many years. He started a church in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, pastored a church in High Wycombe, England. He also taught at Conquerors Bible College, Christian Life College. Probably where he did his greatest work. I don't know, but he's also head of Gateway. Many courses he teaches or taught, geology course, which many creation versus evolution concepts are discussed. So let's get started on this. I thought you might just want to know who Brother Mullenpaul was. So how big was Noah's Ark? Could it hold all the animals? If you go up there to Kentucky to the replica, you're like, yes. And if people were bigger before the flood, which they probably were, if everything else was, the megaflora, megafauna we find, and dinosaurs, all this, people living 900 years plus, then a cubit is going to be bigger too, and Noah's Ark's going to be bigger with all that as well. So it goes into, it's got the deck area was more than 100,000 feet squared, which is greater than 20 basketball courts. I think it was Wilmington who discovered that, here we go. 569 railroad boxcars was how much it could hold, and you could put enough for every mammal kinds and everything, eliminating aquatic species such as fish, lobsters, turtles. It's estimated there were 17,500 kinds on the earth, with approximately 50,000 animals on board. If the average size of these animals was not greater than a sheep, and a boxcar would hold 240 sheep, then 208 boxcars would be required. This would be about 36.5% of the Noah's Ark capacity. And since they were not possibly, animals weren't carnivorous before the flood, they could have lived together kind of in harmony as well. But there would have been plenty of room for food, water. They've got all that Noah's Ark exhibit. And so was the Ark capable of withstanding the violent storms during the flood? And the answer is this, yes. Commander Lee Tewksbury of the U.S. Navy took the Ark's dimensions, put them into the Navy's computerized programs. Calculations show that the dimensions of the Ark were a perfect match with the Navy's ideal ship dimension ratio. If you've ever seen it, they may still have it here on YouTube. I remember seeing it many years ago, but they were testing it there in San Diego, and it would propel into, like a model, into the waves, busting it up and stuff. And unlike in the Epic of Gilgamesh, it would have killed everybody in short order. He goes into that. The Scripps Institute of Oceanography in Lojala, California, tested a scale model of the Ark in a large wave tank during the filming of the movie In Search of Noah's Ark, which was a book I read over and over as a young man, which is fascinating. I think John Warwick Montgomery got looking for that too. They think they found it. I don't know. They have. I think it's there still on Mountains of Ararat. There's 2 mountains. It was found the Ark was impossible to capsize. So the divinely given dimensions were ideal for the purpose. Also, no leakage with the pitch, within, without. How did he get the animals into the ark? Well, they came. If animals have migration senses in them, like swallows to Capistrano and salmon upstream, God just created them and supernaturally made them come into the ark. So how did he feed the animals and take care of their waste? Maybe he put them in a semi-somnambulic state. So next, I don't know if we're going to get into the origin of mountains or not. We might. But anyhow, God bless. We'll see you later. Check out our other videos. Bye-bye.